Hey guys, this is Vishakan from Math Haters Club. In the last video we have seen about the Chakravyuga and how we will use this 1/7 in the ancient wars. In this video we are just going to see about an unanswered question in science. Let's see what is that. I think people who are watching this might know about this number 142857. If not, look at my previous video and then come back. It will act on all the shapes which is in front of you. These shapes have something unique in them, and 142857 is inside this. Okay, let us see what is that. You people know how to divide a number by 7 and you have seen it. What is 22 by 7? 22 by 7 is 3.14, and this 3.14 is called pi. This is what the unanswered question in science. In school time we have seen 22 by 7 and pi is equal to 3.14. Let us see something brief about it. What is actually pi and how it was determined? Let us take a rope of length 22 cm. Now it looks like a line. But if you bend it and if you form as a circle, what is perimeter here? The entire outer distance of the circle is called the perimeter. When you take a line and if it touches the opposite side of a circle through the center, and this is called the diameter. And as you know, the distance from center point to any point of the circle is called the radius. Circle is somewhat unique, so the word perimeter has been changed in a different way. And now you are going to learn about a new word which is called circum. Circum is a word which got a reference from Latin, which means around. The perimeter of the circle can be changed as circumference of the circle, which is actually 22 cm. And these shapes are actually called as polygons. Polygon is something, a closed structure with n number of sides. A circle is actually called as the infinite-sided polygon. We got two terminologies in the circle, which is circumference and diameter. Let's take those two, and if I divide the circumference by diameter, which is in other words called as the ratio. A ratio is defined as the relation between two entities, and it will be denoted by the symbol colon. Here I am taking the ratio of circumference and diameter. I have taken the circumference of the circle as 22. So what can be my diameter? Here magically something happens. If you take a circle with a circumference of 22, the diameter will be 7, 100% sure. If you increase the diameter, the circumference will also increase. Scientists have a doubt that why circle is behaving like this. And that's why I told this is an unanswered question in science. Whatever circle you take, whether it is a smaller or a bigger one, the ratio will be 3.14 always. And it maintains. Now we came to a conclusion that pi value is 3.142857. But actually that's not. If you need to know the exact value of pi, you should drink a coffee. Let's have a cup of coffee. And I'm just writing this as a sentence in a different way. May I have a large container of coffee? How does this relate to pi? When you count the number of letters in the statement, may will have 3 letters, I 1 letter, have 4 letters, and so on. This will give you the exact value of pi, which is 3.1415926 and so on. When you notice it carefully, pi is not equal to 3.142857, which repeats as same. Let's see what is this. And these kind of numbers which doesn't end is actually called as the irrational number. An irrational number cannot be written in the terms of a by b. You guys have a doubt that pi value can be written as 22 by 7, then you are telling pi as an irrational number. Okay, relax, I'll tell you why it is so. When you take this number as an irrational number, there should be a rational number also. Correct? Rational numbers will be 22 by 7 and which is 3.142857 bar. I have given the bar on the top of those numbers which determines the same number will be repeated again and again and again. This kind of a pattern of numbers is called the rational numbers. Confused? Wait a minute. Why 22 by 7 is equal to pi? Because of this. To understand what is a rational number, just two numbers are enough. One is 1 by 2. What is the answer for that? 0.5. So the answer has ended, there is no repetition, nothing. Answer is 0.5. And this kind of a number which is not repeated but ended is called the rational number. Okay, what is the other number? 1 by 3. When you take this 1 by 3, you get the answer in the calculator as 0.3333 and so on. I have given a bar on the top because the same number will keep on repeating but it won't end. And this kind of a numbers which is no ending but repeating is called the rational numbers. So you can understand it easily that 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 are rational numbers. Fine. What is irrational numbers then? The subscribers of Math Haters Club might know that the beauty ratio, which is phi 1.618, which is actually an irrational number, we have rounded off to 1.618, but it still goes on. It will never ever end. The numbers won't repeat. It has a random pattern, and this kind of a number is called the irrational number, which will not have a repetition and there will be no ending at all. And other examples will be some square roots and cube roots. When you take the square root of 2, you will get 1.414 and the numbers goes on. It won't end, but the numbers won't repeat also. Okay, then what about square root of 4? Which is actually equal to 2, and that's why it belongs to the rational number. The symbol pi was taken from a Greek language. When you go to Google Translate and if you translate a word from English to Greek, for an example, if you translate area, you'll get the Greek word starting with pi. And if you type perimeter, the word again will start with pi. And I've told you pi value will keep on going. And there are a lot of people who found a lot of digits in pi. And some people have a world record that memorizing the number of digits after the decimal point. One such record is memorizing 69,700 plus digits. When you see the 762nd digit of pi, from that 6 digits will be consecutively 9. And this is somewhat fascinating for mathematicians, and this part of the number pattern was marked as a Feynman point. The value of pi doesn't even change. Whatever the circumference and whatever the diameter is, the value will be constant, and this is called the Archimedes constant. Most of the people might think that pi can be represented as 22 by 7 alone. But that's not the case. It can be represented as a fraction of 355 by 113, which will give you the accurate answer for pi. And this was given by an Indian mathematician, Ramanujan. When you write the number 3.14 in terms of a date format like 14-3, which indicates 3rd March, a world famous scientist, Einstein, got his birthday on the same date. And when you look at this 22 by 7, if you write as a date format, which is 22nd of July, those two dates has been celebrated as a World's Pi Day. At last, a lot of math haters will have one question in their mind. Everything is fine. What is the purpose of doing all this? To make it clear and crisp, when people created supercomputers, they will check the performance or efficiency of the supercomputers by making them to find the value of pi. When you take an atom, the electrons revolve around the protons and neutrons, or when you take a satellite which revolves around the earth, or if you take a planet which revolves around the sun, everything involves pi in it. When you take any objects which in the shape of a circle or a curve, it has pi inside it. Until now, scientists doesn't know why pi has this value called 3.14. But it exists. And that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, subscribe to the Math Haters Club and click the bell icon. Post your comments in the comment section below. See you soon.